Hey, Karu. This is Dan. It's the evening of the 29th of March, and I just figured I'd make a quick video as a response to your videos. I've made a list of things here, but you know, I spend all this time making daily videos for you, and you don't make any videos for, I don't know, weeks at a time, maybe years. It feels like it sometimes. And then you just whine in your videos about what I'm doing. So, yeah, I just figured I'd make a quick video for you and tell you about, and respond to all the things that that you asked about. So I have a list here. I'm just going to go through the list. The first was the weather here in Wales. And I think what I wrote down is you buy it, you own it. Yes, we did buy into the weather here in Wales, and we own it. And I gotta say, the weather's been awesome here. I know I give you a weather update every day in the video, but you know, this particular trip, the weather just has been outstanding. So I have no complaints about the weather. Yes, it was not. There are days when it would be nice to sit in 80-degree heat, but those days will come, and they will not be the days we're here in Wales. But I'm good with that. I am. You talked about working with Brad, and it's awesome. Yeah, Brad is just so great, and I'm not just buttering him up because he's driving my van and fixing it. It's interesting you talking about how you just give him a list of things to do, and then you walk away and he does them all. And the problem with us is that our list of things to do is not as specific and well thought out as yours. So I think probably fair for him. He gets a little frustrated with our sort of like, we kind of want some stuff done, and we want this to look better, and we have these things floating around. Yeah, so we're not really specific enough when Brad was here, but at the same time, he's it was awesome to have him, and it would be great to have him back anytime. Now, that reminds me that I'm going to mark these off as I go, so that you asked about the trim in the bathroom, and one of the things that Brad said, he didn't use this phrase, he used a different phrase, but working on that bathroom, he said it's sort of like putting lipstick on a pig. And you asked me about, isn't that double-sided tape for that trim is not going to be a good long-term solution. That bathroom needs to be gutted. That's the truth. And the problem is, I didn't show you close up, but if you look at what they did when they put in the window, there's this sort of plastic waterproof paneling that they put around that was around the tub before they put the windows in, and they basically cracked it and chipped off pieces of it when they put the window in, and then they put expanding foam between the trim and the wall and that. So basically the goal of putting this piece of trim that I put in was to keep the water out of that massive gap without having to replace all of that plastic trim. And in the short term, we're just trying to make it neat. I am going to, I think, caulk it or seal it with something, but the double-sided sticky tape should keep it on there, until we're ready to rip it out and start over. But yeah, lipstick on a pig, that's what that is. So where were we going? Oh, the next thing I had on my list was you not wanting to go to Wrexham. I'm okay with that. I don't feel a need to go back unless I have tickets to a match. I would go back to watch a game. But it's funny. I posted on Facebook about the fact we went to Wrexham just earlier today, and somebody responded, "Why would you go to Wrexham?" And then they're like, "Oh, I forgot about the football thing." And I think it's a Welsh person who commented that. So yeah, I mean I'm not down on Wrexham at all. But you know, and it's funny because like I said before, when we went there and we talked to Wayne Jones at the Turf and we asked him what we should go see, he said go to Llangollen, which is, you know, a town near Wrexham where we've been a million times. But we'd not bothered to go to Wrexham until Sarah got invited to speak at this literary festival. And there's sort of a reason for that. But that said, when we were there, Wrexham looked really great. I mean, there's a lot of things happening. It seemed vibrant when we were there, which was really fun. And I'm rooting for it. So yeah. Next thing you asked about was, you know, like I said, you know, you make these videos and all you do is mock me. And, you know, it's interesting because I make a video for you every day and I'm tired, I'm out of energy. I get up first thing in the morning. Like, I'm making videos for you at 6 in the morning here because I know I've got a busy day. And you complain about my videos being repetitive. I guess the answer is that I should make fewer videos. I should only make a video when I do something interesting or something like when I go and take video of me sitting in a pool. And then maybe you'd be happy. Oh no, you wouldn't be happy with that because then you would complain that I'm not making enough videos. So I hope that your complaining about the repetitiveness of my videos makes you happy because that's what this is all about. And if it's making you happy, then you go ahead and keep complaining about how repetitive my videos are. And I will revel in your happiness because that's the kind of guy I am. Speaking of reveling in something, you talked about my sarcasm. You didn't say my sarcasm meter being broken. You said my bullshitometer being broken. But my wife prefers the term sarcasm meter. And since she's sitting right here, even though you don't believe it, then I will use the term sarcasm meter. Yes, I saw in your video that Brad and Linda and everyone was there. Yes, I was getting texts from Brad about what was going on. I knew what was happening. I was responding in kind. You made me a sarcastic video, and I responded very earnestly to you in response to that. And somehow, your sarcasm meter is completely broken because you missed that. So, I've got to say, I really enjoyed the fact that you didn't understand my sarcasm in response to your sarcasm. Then again, I imagine the video that's coming now is that I didn't understand the sarcasm of your most recent video where you were talking about my bullshitometer being broken. This could be a never-ending thing, but that's how it goes. Now, I wrote something here. Oh, getting back to the sarcasm meter, I can't tell if your joy at the ponies is actually sarcasm or not. But just in case it's not sarcasm, here's a picture of a pony. Let me see, where are we here? Oh, who are Chelsea and Sherry? Let me let them tell you. You can.
Hello, I'm Sherry Kendrick.
I'm Chelsea.
Crew, how are you doing? We've known about you for 20 years. We've heard stories. Maybe Dan just doesn't talk about us ever.
Wait, you're supposed to be giving it to him, not me.
We live in Pendleton. We are great friends with the Haugs. Hope you're having a good day.
Okay, I can put away the gun now. You asked about the odds of the scaffolding being removed by the end of May. Let me just give you, Sarah's laughing. Let me just give you a rundown on what's been happening, seeing as how I haven't actually mentioned the scaffolding in about 2 weeks. I've continued to have almost daily conversations with someone from the scaffolding place. Every week, they tell me that they're going to come and take it down. This week, I talked to Anna in the office on Monday, and she told me she was going to be out for the rest of the week, and that she didn't know that they had any plans to come this week. So I didn't expect anything this week, but I was not surprised by the fact that they didn't come this week. I did, however, call Dean yesterday. Dean is the guy who schedules it. And I got him on the phone, and he was in the office, and I said, can you get it down next week? And he said, I'm looking at the schedule. I've got people nearby Monday through Wednesday. I'm scheduling them to come to your house first thing in the morning, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and it will be down by the end of the day Wednesday. And I hung up the phone, and I said to Sherry, I will give you 100-1 odds that the scaffolding will still be up by the end of the day Friday. I said, if you bet $1, I will pay you $100 if the scaffolding is still up, or if the scaffolding comes down by the end of the day Wednesday. So those were the odds I set on Friday in my conversation with Sherry. We'll see what happens, but that's the schedule, and I don't plan to mention it again until after the scaffolding's gone. But yeah, conversations are ongoing. We actually have had conversations with consumer advocate people. So the crazy thing is, there's a online form we filled out with Gwyneth Council to try to. I submitted a complaint to them probably 2 weeks ago, and while we were at Carnarvon Castle, they called Sarah, because I put her number in the form, and she had a conversation with them. They took down a whole bunch of information, and they said, well, I'm going to give you the consumer complaint number that you can call to deal with this. And so Sarah, they texted the number to her, and it's the same number Sarah has been calling multiple times that nobody ever answers, and that has an online chat that nobody is ever staffing. So, the government infrastructure is not here to help us either. We will continue to try to pursue that, though. So that's where we are with the scaffolding removal. And like I said, I'm not going to talk about that again until we have some sort of movement. So you asked about the Watkins Path, so the pools on the Watkins Path. So there are 7 paths to the summit of Mount Snowdon, and the Watkins Path is one of them. And these pools are along the first like 1.5 to 2 miles of the Watkins Path. So from the place we parked the car, it's between a mile and a half and 2 mile walk to the pool where I soaked. Now you asked a whole bunch of questions about that soak. The first was about what the water temperature was, and why I wore my neoprene stuff in there. First of all, I expected the water temperature to be cooler than it was, because I talked to a number of people who said, "Oh, there's been snow on Snowden. That should be melt coming off from the snow, and that the water temperatures there do vary quite a bit. It's not groundwater. It's pretty high elevation. It should be mostly coming as snow melt." But clearly they were wrong about that. So I expected it to be colder, but my understanding is that the water temperature does vary. And I would guess that your estimate of the water temperature was just about right. I would say low 50s. I was thinking 50 to 55, right in that range. So yeah, 12, 10, I was thinking around 10 C was what I was guessing. But if we go back again, we can bring a thermometer maybe, and I can look. But I would say that your guess of the temperature was right about correct. Now you asked me about why I didn't, because you think of me as an extremely social person, why I didn't want to get in the pool with other people. And it's funny because even though Sarah and I are very social and we spend a lot of time with other people and we start conversations with other people and everything, my impulse is to try to stay away from other people, especially if we're out hiking and walking. If somebody comes along and I kind of read the situation, we'll have a conversation. Like the folks that I saw when Isa was here getting out of the pool, and I just asked a question, kind of you read their demeanor. But I'm not one to just kind of go up and really insert myself. And honestly, I don't want to make a big fuss about the fact that I'm doing a soak in a pool. It's something I enjoy, but there's a reason why in Pendleton, I don't have a regular group that I soak with, and it's, and I invite people to come and we talk about it, but often I'm going at times I don't want to go, and I don't want to intrude. So that's why I thought, we'll go up and find a quiet place that's more secluded where I can get in the water, and it's not going to be a big deal. People walking by aren't going to be, looking in and everything. I don't know. And I am, I think you know this, I am really pretty introverted. It's just I hide it really well. So that's why I did not want to join other people in the pools. And I did like the spot. And as you say, the spot where I soaked was really, really, it was beautiful. And when you come here, we will go up there and we will soak in every pool from there all the way down. We'll climb up all the way to there because that's kind of the top. We'll soak there and we'll walk down and we will find pools and we will soak multiple times. That's my story. Well, never mind. I can't say that because I'm not done yet. Let's see. I will try to... You asked me about the chandelier escutcheons. Escutcheons, is that the right word? Which I assume is the word for the covers of the hole where the wires come out, because I wasn't an English major. The interesting thing about that is that the new chandeliers came with larger but less deep escutcheons, if that's the right word again. Escutcheons. And I had to kind of jury rig it where I had to either pull apart the ones from the old chandeliers and actually the hanging mechanism, I had to take off the older chandeliers and put on the newer chandeliers. And so the escutcheons are not flush against the ceiling, but you really don't notice unless you're looking for it. So I think they look pretty good. Once again, they probably need more serious attention, but my philosophy is they're good enough for the moment. So this video is going to be more than 20 minutes long because that's how it was. I hope you liked the camera angle. I figured that was something that you're used to getting, that kind of camera angle. But here's my final camera angle as I sign off. I'm not going to make a video tomorrow morning. We have other plans. So if you watch this tonight before you go to bed, you won't have a video tomorrow morning. If you, that is, if today is the 29th for you. I guess it depends. You could watch this a year from now for the first time, and then that would, yes, change the context of that whole statement. Anyway, this was a long, rambling video, but I feel like you deserved it. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.